Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm Platter Videos. Here's videos I've been doing for the while now, where they try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, might be a little bit early in the morning for this one, but we'll get to that. It's a super simple format, folks. I'm going to go... I say it's a super simple format, and then I fuck up my opening. It's a super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. This one's a little bit of both, kind of. But anyway, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Given this particular item and its nature, well, I might yammer more than usual. We'll see how it goes. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing my grody work clothes. Typically, when those two things coincide, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's definitely the case today. I was on my way home and I decided to stop off at a gas station because I wanted to grab something to eat before I got back to home. And, well, this was a thing that they had in the freezer, and I was like, well, that looks like a thing that I should do for the show. But anyway, so what is it that I'm trying for y'all today? Why am I being all mysterious and vague with the things? Well, folks, because I gotta wipe it off a little bit. Boom! It is proof. How does that look? Good? Please be good. It is proof alcohol ice cream, specifically cheesecake moonshine flavor. Spirits distilled from cane and corn with natural flavors added. It's booze ice cream. That's what it is. Government warning, all that good stuff. Apparently it's 14 proof. The thing. 7% alcohol by volume. Sure, man, boozy alcohol, or boozy ice cream. I actually remember when they had this on Shark Tank. I don't know if it was this stuff exactly, but they definitely had some booze ice cream. I remember, because the thing is, I don't really feature much, booze stuff on the show, anything alcoholic. I've done a few things, but I don't drink very much. I'm just not much of an alcohol person, social type things, ring in the new year with a glass of apple brandy. But that's just because I'm fancy like that. But you put it into ice cream format, I'll at least try it. So, let's find out how it is. I got one of the little mini pints. They actually had... Ooh, it comes with the... Can you see it? It comes with a little thing. Hooray. I feel like I'm in grade school all over again. Where's my hair and cartilage, damn it? Yeah, they had bigger pints, like the full actual pints. But I was like, we'll just do the small one. I think that's... You can smell the alcohol, that's for damn sure. Well, I do actually have a plastic fork over here I was going to use, but let's do it the appropriate way, folks. Oh, boozed up grade school Brandon, that's a funny thought. Alright, let's get a nice big thing of it. Look at it, you can see it, it's a thing. Okay. I mean, it is what it says. It's Cheesecake Moonshine. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with Moonshine. The little bit that I do have with Moonshine, I can say pretty definitively, Moonshine is terrible. And to be fair, I understand some people love it. For some folks, it's practically a religion and a heritage. That's awesome. Genuinely. I'm not shitting on your thing. I do not get the appeal. It tastes like ass to me. I don't like alcohol for the most part, but Moonshine in particular is up there with things that I just know. I tried it one time, was not a fan. Don't need to really try it again. So combining it with the delicious flavor of cheesecake, at least was a good start, because if you're going to go over there and have the not so pleasant taste of Moonshine, course, they are vague in the moonshine aspect. Like, moonshine can be, like, a lot of things. So, is what it is. And just as a tangent thing, and I want to get people on board with me on this, by the time I die, I want us to all agree that cheesecake is a fucking pie, and I want us to all call it cheese pie. Okay? I have been ranting for like over a decade about this. It's a pie. It's clearly a pie. The only reason why they call it a cake is because cake tends to suck, and they needed something that tasted better to go over there and buff up their lineup. It's like when you go over there and you, like, it's like when an NBA team or, a crappy sports team, one of the really bad ones, and they have like one star player on their team, and it's like, yeah, he's putting up 40 a night, and then it's like, maybe they get like 15 wins or some shit for the whole season. That's what Cheesecake is. It's one star player on a sucky ass team. But anyway, cheese pie. I need to come up with a jingle for it. That'll do it for me. The alcohol is definitely very present. Like, you're not going to miss it. It's not like, oh, there's just, a little boozy blend, like, because there's, like, desserts and things that do that and stuff. That's not the case. You're tasting the booze. But I will say, it's not, like, bitter. It doesn't burn or anything like that. It is still ultimately an accent flavor to the entire experience, versus being like the most prominent. But it's a little bit more evident than, again, in like some kind of, alcohol, adjacent things. It's got a little tiny bit of a burn. Little tiny bit. Kind of goes up into your nose a little bit, actually. I mean, it's interesting. Like I said, as somebody who's not big on alcohol, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I kind of look at it similar way to like coffee with like tiramisu. I don't really like coffee very much in its most normal format, that being coffee. Like, just straight black coffee smells wonderful, but I don't like the taste of it very much. So, if I'm going to have something coffee related, it either needs to be an accent or it needs to be filled with so much crap that it barely tastes like coffee. With tiramisu, it's great because it's an accent to all the sweetness and everything, and it creates this counterbalance. And I love counterbalance. I think that's fantastic when it comes to food. That's kind of what the alcohol is doing in this. You've got like the sweetness of the cheesecake ice cream, and then you've also got the alcohol aspect of it, which isn't, it's almost more of a sensation than a flavor, but there is still a little flavor, to be fair. But it's, you're getting a little bit of a burn, you're getting that, kind of alcohol sensation. So again, it kind of creates a little bit of a counterbalance. Now, that said, would I prefer this if it were just cheesecake ice cream? Yes, I would. Because I would be able to focus more on the cheesecake, cheese pie aspect of the whole thing. Because, like, the cheesecake ice cream is very okay. There's not a lot to it. I've had plenty of cheesecake ice creams of varying types over the years, and this one is extremely basic. It is no frills, no anything, and that's because the alcohol is the frill. It's like, ooh, it's fun. But I think I just preferred better tasting cheesecake ice cream versus having the little alcohol kick, which does add something, but it feels, instead of feeling like a nice blend of the flavors and something that's really working together, it just feels gimmicky. It's just, ooh, it's boozy for the sake of being boozy. That's kind of what I'm taking away from this. But, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No, and kinda. For me, it's fine. I don't dislike it. I can appreciate what it's doing, but the novelty of it and like the very niche aspect of it doesn't do anything for me because, again, I'm not really the market that it's aiming for. So, even though I can appreciate it, and even though I don't dislike it, it is just a thing for me. It's like, instead of the booze, I might as well just get better ice cream. And, Now, as for recommending it, it really comes down on what you're expecting and what you want out of the whole thing. If you want a really good tasting ice cream, I don't think this is it. It's not bad tasting, but it's just very eh. The alcohol is really the only thing that gives it anything that really makes it kind of special. So, if that's what you're looking for, if you desperately want ice cream that blends, alcohol flavors into it, sure, it's that. It's exactly that. That's exactly what it is. But for me, that's just not really enough of a factor that I need in my life to really revisit it. So, but anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, Monday, my tour, month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go in there and have yourselves a truly not moonshine-tastic rest of your life. Unless you like moonshine, in which case, then have yourself a moonshine-tastic rest of your life. I used to watch the show, Moonshiners. I don't know how accurate it was to things. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, quite a bit of it was extremely over-dramatized, as reality TV tends to be. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. And, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Okay, trust me. Even when we're over here and we're feeling a little bit extra frisky because we're down in some moonshine and cheesecake ice cream. I'm not at all. One of the great ironies in life is the fact that while I'm not particularly into alcohol, I actually can hold my alcohol pretty well. There's a couple things that seem to hit me harder than anything else. And I don't know why, but and it's not even alcohol content. Like IPAs, for some reason, they just go right through me. No idea why. Those will actually fuck my head up a little bit. But conversely, I'll go through a night and have 10 drinks when I was younger and, was not as apt towards understanding what my personal limitations might be. And I'd be fine at the end of the night. So anyway, you don't care. It is important we go over there when we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try yourself out some cheesecake moonshine ice cream, as I've done here today. And maybe, after, a proper pint of this stuff, you'll be over there, you'll be like, you know what? That fat guy from the U-face thing, whatever the fuck, he's right about that cheese pie shit, man. That's ridiculous. It needs to be, I'm going to contact my congressman. Saying you drunk dial your congressman, and he's like, I don't know, what the fuck's going on? Can you also actually get your congressman? You can't, right? It's gotta be you talk to an assistant or some shit. An intern. But, then maybe enough people do it, because, maybe it goes viral. And then, hey, maybe by the time I'm, 86 and just... that's me being very generous. And just about to die, come rushing in. Thanks to the drunken support of my fellow Americans, we have gone over there, made sure that it's cheese pie. Be my dying wish. Bye!